As far as the S&P goes, the open means nothing right now. This is the open right here, and ultimately nothing. So futures are open. I did go short over the weekend because we just kind of broke this. I did go short, thinking we'll probably pop down. Not that I'm not to fear monger or anything like that. I just think we pull back a little bit further. I already bought the dip. It popped. So I was short last week, and then I bought the dip. Now, the shorts panned out. I can't remember if I can tell you right now, if I made any money, it wasn't anything. Nothing for me to even remember. Because I tried going long. But right now, I think we pulled back a little bit further. So I did go short over the weekend. I'm back in so I was in the 547 puts. And then jumped into the 547 calls, and right now I'm in the 545 puts. So hopefully it just melts down. If Putin could hop on Twitter and pop off a couple threats, maybe text Biden something, that would just work out in my favor. That's right. I don't have risk analysis. I have Don. You better get you one. All right. The expected moves are up. So if you guys do have my charts, it is updated. You're rocking and rolling. Expected move for actually, I'll pull it up real quick. Again, this is what market makers have calculated risk. So the Russell right now, 381, QQQ, 799, SPY, the S&P, 649, Tesla, 867, Meta is a $15 move, Microsoft, 870, NVIDIA, 805, Amazon, 516, make sure my head's not in the way, Apple, 546, okay, you can't see the rest of these tickers, so pay attention, Google, 445, Ford, 36 cents, Palantir, 122, Intel, my tablets are in the way, 114, and AMD 759. So again, these are up or down. This is how market makers, they don't attack you like everyone says. It really bugs me. People are like, oh, the market makers got you. Like, no, they didn't. You just have no idea what you're talking about. They calculate the risk. They are hedged accordingly. So as long as the market stays inside here, the big guys, they don't have to do anything. They hang tight. When it gets outside these moves, that's when you see me perk up, because that's when I'll start selling options contracts to the gamblers that think it's probably going to keep going. But when we get outside these moves, more than likely it's going to rein it back in. That's when somebody at the big scary desks, they have to come on, turn their algorithms on, kind of rein it back in, or we send it to standard deviations. Things get spicy. Putin visited North Korea this weekend. Well, did they fire anything off? Because it's not reflected in the markets. What's up, Rachel? Puffer Squid. Hi, my mom sent me here. I think I know your name. I might be texting your... That sounds bad. I might be texting your mom. Yeah, what's up, man? Make sure you ask questions. 100%. Do not think it's stupid. If there's something you don't know, just let me know, and we'll answer it. Maybe he bought a winter home there. Yeah. Putin's just shopping for a vacation. Rachel says turbo. I don't know what turbo means. We can kick the turbo on. I know nothing about stocks. Then you're in the right place, because I need people that know nothing about stocks so I can show them about stocks. Oh, and on this channel, guys, you probably saw last night was a super late upload. I have a whole bunch of questions that I'm just going to start answering in videos. They're going to have a very similar... I'm going to keep the same template on the thumbnail so you guys will know. It's just going to be the black and blue thumbnail. So any questions now, if I see it more than once, it's going up in a video format. So just look for it there. It'll all be in a playlist. But I'm hoping everyone, if they have questions, just checks that out. And honestly, that's how this whole channel even got started. People found out I did stocks for a living and started asking me questions, and I just got tired of repeating myself. So I made a video. So I'm just going back to the basics. From now on, you ask a question, I'm gonna put it there, because I can tell you guys right now, whatever question you've asked, I've probably already answered it, and I mean this in a very literal sense, probably thousands of times. And I would put all my money on that. There's just not anything you're gonna ask me that I haven't already answered. What's up, Win? Man, so I'm short the S&P. But the NASDAQ, if I was short the NASDAQ, I just don't know how much. What you're looking for is kind of like an S curve. You want to just roll back down. I would be nervous. If I was short the NASDAQ right now, my stop would be right above this base. If it breaks outside of this, and we'll draw these here, and you guys know what these means. If you don't, if you can know what these means. Anyway, if you see two red lines like this, just like on Bitcoin, when it breaks, that is something along those time frames. There is a candle, and we've been just inside of it the whole time. So all the news headlines, everything you've seen up and down it just doesn't matter at all. It's all calculated. Everybody knows it. Unless you have illegal insider information, in that case, find my information, find my number, and let me know. But without that illegal information, just know that you know nothing compared to everybody else, and it's already priced in. For now, the break above or below will probably be the continuation right here. The trend is still down. If that breaks down, probably not much of a shock. If this starts to turn around, that probably would be seen as a higher low, and tech's just been on an absolute beast run, so then at that point, I would assume continuation. All right, expected moves. We got plenty of room for this week. Ooh, okay, the Russell. Man, this is actually a tough one because I don't know if I would buy or short this. It's going to be one of those zones where it's bullish above, bearish below. I already bought it down here when it shot up, and I told you guys don't do that again if it hits the zone again. It came right back down into it. We just bounced. The problem is we didn't have any follow through. So do the buyers show up and just try to save this thing, or does it continue its way down? This is my alert to buy more. Or buy. Sorry, I'm not in this right now. But I will buy down here. If I had to take a trade right now, I would rather just not. Sometimes, and not taking a trade is a play. Cash is a trade. It's a bad one because your money just goes down because we like to print more of it. But hey, go savings accounts, right? It's weird. People with savings accounts, they're just not rich. But we tell everyone to get one. And then the banks use your money in the savings account to make money? Is it just weird that people have never put that together? Cash is a position? It is. I had that conversation with somebody the other day, though. I was like, man, first of all, one of my cars, I said, this is cool. If you don't drink your coffee for the next 86 years, you'll have enough for a down payment. I had to do the math. It was literally 86 years. But, man, we sure like to preach that a lot. Just drink your coffee. If it makes you feel better, drink it. Use that caffeine to put together a better business plan and do something with your day. Printing money, isn't that bad for the economy? It sure is, but don't tell anyone in politics that. Or do, maybe, because they don't know. We certainly like to print it. We got a lot of ink. I always have cash on hand just in case I want to get into another position. Yeah, don't confuse what I'm saying with that, because you don't want to just be out here whole accounted, just 100% exposure to an absolute nightmare one day. That would suck. Guys, I don't know if I would have a play. If you told me you were long or short this, my only question would be, where's your stop? If you're wrong, where do you get out? Are you going to stop? Like, if I'm short, my stop's going to be right here. If I'm long, my stop's going to be right here. So full sin, that thing can go whichever way it wants. I'm either going to tag out or I'm going to make money. That's it. Ever heard of margin? We know Cody has. Cash is a position, not an exciting one, unless there's a dip buy opportunity. Yeah. Cash needs to have a job or waiting on the sidelines for a job. If your cash isn't working, it needs to look like it's standing on the side of Home Depot waiting to work. That's it. Not hanging out. Yeah. Okay, 60-40. Same thing. So this is the Russell Futures. This is just the ETF that tracks it. 60% chance I'd be long. So gun to my head, I would have to take a long position. That would be pesos. All right.